Hey everyone, my name is Zachary McKay and I'm the 2020-21 UPUA Student Body President. I'll be showing you a little bit around the office today just so that you get a sense for what your student government looks like from the inside and a little bit about how we work. So when you first walk into the office, the first thing you'll see are a bunch of resources that help students get connected with things like CAPS, the Counseling and Psychological Services here on campus, as well as things like the Title IX office and Student Legal Services. You'll also find a few of our own resources here, such as SORA, which is a student conduct resource program for students who are going through that process. You'll also find our logo hung up right next door. Walking on into the office, you'll see our copies, several copies of the test prep books that our Academic Affairs Committee works to put out on a pretty regular basis, as well as a few other department resources, such as check reimbursement requests and things like that over here on the wall. Over here, you'll find some records that the Department of Records is currently working to digitize, as well as some library books that can be checked out by members of the UPUA and really anybody who would like to, as well as our statue of the Nittany Lion, which we were donated this year. Over on the left, you'll find our Mutual Aid Center, which has resources such as tampons and toilet paper, as well as masks and wet wipes and soap, toothbrushes, toothpaste, all free of charge for students. Again, anybody who might need some, students are more than welcome to come on in and take them. Moving into the various other aspects of the office, we'll start over here with the Chief Justice's desk. The chief officers of the UPUA get their own desk. This one belongs to the head of the judicial branch. The Chief Justice also serves as the UPUA's elections commissioner, and as such receives their own desk. Moving over here, we have the office area of the Speaker of the Assembly. The Speaker, formerly known as the Chairman of the Assembly, serves as the head of the legislative branch. They're internally elected at the first meeting of every assembly session of that year, and also have their own desk. Together, they form a pretty large conference table, which the steering committee as well as the judicial board can meet at really any time, as is necessary. Typically, the steering committee meets weekly on Sundays, and the judicial board meets weekly on Mondays. Over here, we have the just a workbench for really any student who needs to get a little bit of work done, and oftentimes is used by representatives in working alongside the speaker on various projects. You'll find over here our printer, as well as our fridge and a few other records holders, file cabinets, as normal people would call them. You'll find here the president's desk. This is where the student body president and the vice president, student body vice president, sit. Here is where they oftentimes will do things like sign legislation, and in the virtual world, even take meetings directly from these desks. They have the opportunity to decorate the desks and behind them as they see fit, and as such, that this changes pretty frequently from year to year. Over here on the right, you'll see our records workbench, which is where the records department works to do things like print official legislation as it awaits the speaker's and the president's signature, as well as scans all of the documents that I was talking about earlier, as well as some other ones from the libraries that we get from time to time. They use this area over here to sort everything and then distribute it out to the public via the internet.
The UPUA also has a side office, complete with a conference table for private meetings and a podium and production equipment for presidential press conferences and other important announcements from organizational leaders.
Best of all, you can't forget the UPUA's amazing view. We get a beautiful view of Mount Nittany over on our left, and a wonderful view of the Hub lawn down here on our right. And with that, our tour of the UPUA office is concluded. I hope you enjoyed watching, got to learn a little bit more about the UPUA, and that you come visit us sometime. We're up here on the 3rd floor of the Hub, Hub 314. So come on up and say hi and introduce yourself to the students who will ultimately represent you to the administration and to the public at large. We're excited to meet you. All right, take care, and we are